Hello, everyone. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for your patience as we got on the the right link here with you. Really appreciate you. Glad and appreciate that you're spending your Monday afternoon with us. We're going to get straight into it. So, if you are a notary who's tired of the appointment treadmill and you want to earn more client or earn more per client, more per appointment, and build a business that's not chained to your calendar, this next 30, maybe 40 minutes might be exactly what you're looking for. There's a reason that notaries often feel overworked and underpaid. It's because we only get paid when we show up. But today, that changes. And my promise is simple today. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to show you how to use this business in a box, as Jon calls it, usually only available to attorneys and financial advisors, some tax advisors too, that notaries can now use to earn recurring income, differentiate themselves in a very special way, and help families in a more profound way too. So, just for being here today, we're going to, well, let me share my screen for you as well. We have just a Google document that we're going to be teaching from today. And I'll share this with you at the end too, so you can save this, make a copy of your own. You'll have everything that we're talking about. So you don't have to be so worried about taking notes or anything like this. You're going to get this all. But I do want to give you some gifts just for being here today. So you're going to get our partner guide to sparking conversations about estate planning, because that's often the hardest part, even in our personal lives, but in business too, just bringing up this topic. So we fix that for you. I'll get that for you. And if you stick around to the very end of today's presentation, you're going to receive a PDF copy of the best-selling book written by our special guest today, Jon Braddock. It's called Click Here When I Die. And it's a perfect conversation starter and a great gift for people. So if you're with me in a safe place to do so, click yes into the chat for me. Show me that you're ready to continue on today. Thank you, Christy. We see you. Hey, BK. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, good. Fabulous. Thank you, Gina, Regina, Lisa. Great to see you. All right. So first, I'm going to give you our first free gift just for showing up on the call today. Let's get that part out of the way so you know that we're really serious about that. I'm going to give you that conversations or sparking real estate conversations here, estate planning conversations. Sorry, guys. I'm all bajiggity. All right, here is conversation guide. There you go. All right, this is going to show up in the chat for you, and it's a PDF that you can just download right from the chat. And forgive my spelling today. It has just been off. Typos left and right. So remember, if you're watching the replay, this is just for those who are on the live call today. And then as we go through this Google Doc, it's a little less formal. And like I said, I'm going to share this document with all these graphics. It'll have links on there for you. It'll have everything so you can just kick back, listen, and then ask any questions that you might have of us. And then at the end of today's call, you're going to get the free PDF of Jon's best-selling book, Click Here When I Die. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bill Soroka. I'm on a mission to help notary entrepreneurs serve more customers, make more money, cultivate more joy in their everyday work, and build a business that thrives no matter what. And I've built multiple notary businesses and other businesses. I have authored 7 books. I've trained tens of thousands of notaries, and I failed at 26 other businesses before I ever figured out how to truly build something that lasts. And the turning point for that was very simple. Every successful business grows by increasing value per customer, not just the number of appointments. Because working 12 to 16 hours a day, taking 10 to 12 appointments, running all over town just isn't sustainable. And once I understood that, my business and my life changed forever. And that's why today matters. Because notaries are now sitting on the biggest trust advantage in personal service, but most never capitalize on it. So if you've ever felt like you've been working harder than your income actually reflects, if you ever feel like you're underpaid in what you do, will you just type me in the chat? Can you relate to that? Yeah, Kimberly. All right, so I'm not alone here. That's comforting. So let me tell you something that I hear about pretty much every week. And you might do this too in your everyday work. A family loses a loved one and suddenly they're thrown into this grief and chaos. They don't know where to find documents. They don't know where the last will and testament is. They don't even know if their loved one had one. They don't know what the trust details are, if there is one. There's no end of life instructions. They don't know if they want to be cremated or buried or where. There's no clear picture of what kind of accounts, passwords, life insurance, or even if there's little stashes of cash anywhere, right? And what's worse, it breaks my heart, the statistic is that there's over $1 billion in unclaimed life insurance benefits sitting in some state treasury somewhere because the families didn't even know their loved ones had a life insurance policy. They didn't even know they should be looking through all those drawers and boxes of papers at dad's house. And then it becomes what Jon Braddock, who you'll meet here in a moment, calls the morbid scavenger hunt. So you've probably seen or heard versions of this in your own appointments, maybe in your own life, in your own family too. I know I have. And here's the disconnect with this. Estate planning is more important than ever, but hardly anyone is truly prepared. But the attorneys see it, financial advisors see it, and now notaries see it firsthand because we often work with the public who are going through some of life's most intense moments. But for us as notaries, the old-fashioned, safe way of handling these situations, where the notary just gets paid for the service you provide, feel bad for the situation they're in, and then out the door you go to your next appointment. But there's a new way, one that allows you to further a mission to protect 1 million families across the country and to help more of your customers in your community, all while helping you earn a lucrative cash flow. And this new way is as a Legacy Vault notary partner. You upgrade yourself to a trusted resource, bringing deeper value by going above and beyond just a simple sign, date, and stamp a piece of paper, right? It's being a solution provider to problems we're all going to have. And then you get increased or recurring income to your bottom line. Plus, this is a built-in differentiator because nobody but our partners can offer this level of value. So which path sounds more like the future you want? Do you want the old way, where you just sign, date, and stamp and move on and churn customer after customer after customer? Or do you want the new way, where you can bring more value to your relationships? Will you type that, old or new, in the chat? You're looking for same old, or are you looking for something new? Christy's on it. Awesome, Nancy. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought. The thing is, we're visionary notaries. If this session called to you, we know you're on a mission to help more people, and we know that you need to make more money while you do it. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. And now I want to introduce my friend and business partner, the CEO of My Life in Wishes, and the creator of the Legacy Vault, and of course, the best-selling author of Click Here When I Die, Mr. Jon Braddock. Now, he's also the host of the podcast, Estate Planning Nightmares and How to Avoid Them. And he runs the momentum call for notaries inside the high performance notary community. This guy lives and breathes estate planning, and he's surrounded by some of the top professionals in the industry. So please help me welcome Jon to the stage with a warm hello and tell us what state you're hailing from, just like Anthony did right there from Philadelphia. Type that into the chat, say a warm hello to Jon, and let him know where you are. Awesome. California, Utah. We got Philadelphia. All right, some Phillies. There's Dean. All right, and there's our California. Jon, you can see those greetings coming in. It looks like we've got all the coasts covered.
Yes, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. I see that. See, one or two of our partners have actually joined us today. Southern California, New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey originally. I'm from Medford, right outside of Philadelphia. I like seeing Regina's in Philly. Anthony, you're in Philly. That's awesome. I am a huge Eagles fan. So, been a little disappointed that, they sat hurt and most of the starters yesterday in the game, but they didn't need to win. And now we just have to take care of San Francisco this next weekend and keep moving on. So go Birds. Now,
Whatever
if you're
that
not,
sports ball means.
yeah, if you're not our friends from Michigan and Southern California, they don't care so much about our Eagles. But hey, at the end of the day, we all get up and go back to work. So, hey, thanks so much. I love the enthusiasm here. Everyone's being amazing, typing in the chat. I'm excited because today is the first, shall we say, real full work day, first work week of the year. And this is an exciting time because this is when we get so many partners, the end of the year, first of the year, because they're looking to really make a change. They want to build something and grow something within their business. So let's talk about the tool that's behind all of this. My wife and I built the Legacy Vault after experiencing the disaster that happens when a loved one passes away. And you simply have no idea where anything is, as I like to call it, the morbid scavenger hunt. That's where my kids have to fly in from across the country and dig through dead dad's drawers, trying to put a roadmap together and piece things together. Like the documents, what are his passwords? What are his accounts, bank accounts, investment accounts, retirement accounts? Any instructions, end of life wishes? Nothing. For us, it was a total mess and yet totally preventable. So we created the Legacy Vault, which is a secure, digital, easy to use platforms where families can easily organize everything that their loved ones will need to know long before they'll ever need it. So let me give you a quick preview of what the Vault looks like. Now, for our Legacy Vault partners, what we do is we custom brand these to you. So it looks like you, it feels like your website. And most of our partners, this is, many of you might know Dean Eason-Williams. He's out in Charlotte, North Carolina, has a big signing service. He's the leader of Apex Mentorship Group. But what he does and what most of our partners do is they put a page on their website about the Legacy Vault so their clients can go there and learn more. And then when the client is ready, they can click the Vault login button right from your website. If you can run that slide up a little, Bill, so we can see it. So there's a Vault login button that the client would click. And if we run down just a little bit further, it takes them right to, in this case, Dean's custom site. And then the client will log in from here. And what they see on the inside is they experience the Legacy Vault to its fullest, but branded to you, to our partner. And when we built this, we laid it out so it was simple and intuitive. And my charge to my development team was, look, you need to make this so intuitive that my at then time 77-year-old mother can do this. And so everything was put into clearly defined categories: personal, financial, family, documents, and accounts. And as an example, in each section, such as financial, there's subsections. There's a place to list all my bank accounts and how family can find them. Any loans or debt obligations I might have, like the mortgage of the house, maybe a home equity line of credit, maybe the auto loans. There's a place for credit cards. So important. We tell people when someone dies, cancel the credit cards right away, because we're all living our lives on auto pay and recurring pay, because we don't get bills in a physical mailbox any longer. And of course, there's a place for investments. And I flipped over from Dean's because I want to give a few examples. This is one of our partners, All Access Notary, California, Janine Gianni. And so this one's branded to her. Then there's a place for all the important documents. You know, that estate plan that you just signed. Where's family going to keep it? And store it where it's safe, where family can access digital copies of these things when they need them. And things like birth certificates and medical records, military discharge papers, and the list goes on and on. Very easily to store, upload in the vault, and accessible 24/7 from anywhere. Now, my biggest pet peeve in the world is website logins, something I didn't know about growing up as a kid because there was no internet. But today, most people have a minimum of 130 digital identities. That was a recent study that was done, indicated that per one email address, it is associated with 130 digital identities. Now, I always say I'm an old guy, but I'm pretty tech savvy. So I use a 1Pass password manager. So I was curious to see how many identities and logins that I had out there. I have 457. That's a nightmare when you think about it. A to Z, Amazon to Zoom, all the things. Many are on recurring pay, but your Audible, your Hulu, your Netflix, your AT&T, YouTube TV, Sirius XM Radio, Pandora, Chewy, who's drop shipping dog food every 3 weeks. And these things keep coming, and family need to be able to take them down. Facebook especially, because I have 5 deceased friends on Facebook with active accounts, and their families have not been able to take them down because they're tired of fighting with Zuckerberg, trying to send them the documentation they need. But leaving family clear instructions on how to log in and what to do with your account makes it simple. Now we shift over to another partner, Lisa. Her colors are a little different. Everything, again, branded to her. But here's a place where you list your advisors. And as I tell people, there are 3 people you must list to help your family: your attorney, your financial advisor, and your accountant, because those 3 people family will have to work with following my death. And then, of course, end of life wishes. A place for your final arrangements, any special gifts or plans, your healthcare directives, and elder care. And the reason this is so important is because a friend of ours, Nick, had said, "Wow, I wish I'd known Mom wanted to be cremated before I buried her." Sad but true story. And he didn't find out till like 2 months later when he's cleaning his mom's house out. He found a journal and she'd written in there, "I think I'd like to be cremated." And boom, it was like, wow, unbelievable. Mom, you could have told me. So this is a place where we leave those instructions. We don't want to leave family guessing. And our video vault, or as Dean likes to call it, our time capsule. This is a place where you can record loving messages to your children. Leave your ethical will, maybe something to your spouse. This is where you can video record your favorite recipes and share them with family so they get passed down through generations. And as I tell people, if you happen to live in a disaster-prone area, maybe you're in California or Arizona where we are, and wildfires are taking everything in its physical format. Maybe you're on the Gulf Coast or in Florida or in the Carolinas, as a matter of fact, where hurricanes, along with the tornadoes that follow and the flooding. And as Dean always says, he says, there's 2 things that paper hates: fire and water. So The video vault is a great place to document all those things in your house, the items, many artwork that you have, any jewelry items, and those kind of things, so that if a disaster does strike, you'll have a much easier time fighting with the insurance company. Okay. And of course, and on to a new page. This is Diane Padilla. She's down in Northern Florida. We have a place for pets. Very important. Most people don't have a pet trust. This is where we can list very specific information about our pets, their behavior habits, their veterinarian, their care and feeding, and then ultimately what should happen to the pet at the end of their life if I have happened to predecease my pet. And then finally, we have a section, and it's kind of our secret sauce. This is how you share this. We have a section, it's called the authorized user. That would be that responsible person that you would want to have access to this when the time came. Maybe it's an adult child or a trusted sibling. And you have the ability to add them and choose what they can see and or edit within your platform. For clarity, I would never give anyone the ability to edit anything, but they would need to see certain things right away if I died, such as my personal information, who my advisors and contacts are, my end-of-life wishes, instruction for pets, and of course, maybe veterans benefits as well. Okay, so who uses the vault? Well, I would say there's really three categories of people. First and foremost, it's the people and families who truly want to be prepared. That's your clients, your customers. Second are estate planning attorneys. Estate planning attorneys who want their clients to be truly organized. The legacy vault is commonly referred to as the missing piece of a complete estate plan. And then there are professionals just like you, notaries, LDAs, insurance agents, trust delivery agents, and so many more. And why? Well, because you're already the trusted person in the room. And this isn't about selling software. This is about helping people avoid the worst moment of their lives from becoming even worse. So if you've ever been on an appointment with a client who could clearly have used something like this, would you please type a yes into the chat just to see? Danielle, thank you. Bill, for sure. Kimberly, Gina, Shirley, absolutely. Hey, how about this? If you know someone in your family, or maybe even yourself, who could use this, type a yes into the chat. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's a game changer, really. And it's something that truly, if we think about it, the one thing that is true is we're not going to live forever. We're going to die. And when that time comes, our families have to deal with a very unorganized experience. But it doesn't have to be that way. And everyone can use a legacy vault. So let me just give you some real life scenarios. So Carol Ringwald down in Florida is one of our original partners. She says, all you have to do is talk about the vault and it will sell itself because people get it. They understand it. Lisa is a fairly recent partner. She joined us in September. She sold 2 vaults in the first week and she didn't have a website. As of today, she has 19 clients in the vault. That's in just 4 months. So typically our partners sell the vault for $495 for a lifetime subscription, which I'll talk about in just a couple of minutes. But imagine if you sold 19 vaults at just $250 a piece, a 50% discount off of what you normally charge. That'd be almost $5,000. That's not only what I call an amazing ROI, that's what I call a whole new arm of your business. Now, Dean's on here, and so I have to always call out Dean. He's one of our original partners as well. He has well over 30 vaults that are in existence out there, and he's doing that in addition to running his signing service, his normal work that he does as a professional notary, leading the Apex Notary Mentorship Group, and then everything else that Dean does. I don't know. He does a lot of stuff. He's a busy guy. And another partner, Janine, she started in mid-October. She had 5 sales as of this morning, but we received an email from her this afternoon, and she said she just sold another. And these aren't unicorn stories. These are everyday notaries, just like yourself, just offering something families desperately need. They're making it part of their process. They're talking about it. So we don't need a lot of education, and we don't need a ton of information pouring down on us and hesitation. We simply need to have frequent conversations with people. And as professional notaries, that's what you do every day, have conversations. And so these people, they're just notary entrepreneurs, just like you, who one day just believed that they could play a larger role in helping their clients protect their legacies. And while we're helping other people, it helps us because they're making a lot more money in doing it. So again, you guys have been great. Type a 1, if you would, into the chat if that sounds like you. You want to help more people play a bigger role in people's lives and also make a little more money. Great. Love it. You guys are awesome. I like these afternoon ones. When we do the early morning presentations, people are still sleeping, but everyone's awake and alive in here.
There is. Yeah, I totally agree. I love that energy.
Yeah. So I'll let you take it from here, Bill. I've been talking too much.
I'll give you a break. I'm going to talk about the 3 levers that every notary has to be considering in their business. There's these 3 questions that I hammer every week. And it is, how do I get more customers? How do I earn more per customer? And then how do I earn more per appointment? And this Notary-Partner Program hits all 3 of these at once. Every client, every family member, every friend, colleague, anybody you know literally becomes a prospect and a potential customer for this legacy vault. Just like you're excited about it now, when you hear about it and you see what it can do for families, other people experience that almost instantly. It's just like what Carol says. All you got to do is talk about it and people want it. But every past client can become a warm sale for you. Every appointment increases in value. Every referral partner that you might have is going to start seeing you differently when you have this to offer. And this is how real scalability starts to happen. So think about where you are right now in this business when it comes to these 3 levers. So maybe you're brand new. So figuring out how to get more customers is the most important part of this for you. But maybe you already have a solid book of past clients and you want to have a way to reignite those relationships for referrals and income. Or maybe you have a solid stream of customers right now, but it's relatively low value appointments that are less than you really want to be paid for your time and expertise. This Legacy Vault Partner Program solves for all 3 of those. So Jon, you want to tell them a little bit about exactly how this program works?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Before our partnership with Bill and Notary Coach, which, gosh, are we coming up on 3 years?
At least.
I think so. Um, Prior to that, notaries had never had access to a partner level opportunity like this. Really, we just worked with attorneys and financial advisors who typically pay us thousands upon thousands of dollars a year for this. Because of our partnership with Bill and notaries, we've opened a whole new notary only pathway. And so what you get is you have the ability to sell the lifetime legacy vault. What that means is only our notary partners have the ability to make the vault available to anyone you want for a one-time only payment. Our company doesn't even do that. If someone comes to us direct to consumer, they pay us $129 a year each and every year until they are no longer here. But our legacy vault partners sell it for $495 or less or more. The only requirement we have is that if you advertise on your website, that listed lifetime, one-time only payment is $495. And we do that because we don't want the internet to compete with each other. But what most of our partners then do is they offer discounts for our military, our first responders, our teachers, maybe our church organization or church group that we're going to make this available to. And best of all, whatever you sell it for, you keep 100% of the revenue. This is not an affiliate program. We don't split anything with you. It is all yours. And that's what we call total pricing freedom. You get to charge what you want. Now, we don't just say, all right, here, go do this. You get full onboarding directly with me and Michelle, my wife. We're the founders of the company. We don't let any other team members do the onboarding. We are that committed to making sure we get you properly trained. We provide you with all the marketing materials that you will need, customized, branded to you. Provide you with unlimited sales potential and access to our notary partner community, training and support. I mean, this alone is far more than most of our professional partners receive with the program. So our notary partner community consists of a couple of things. One, we have a very active private members-only Facebook group where we do a lot of training. We provide support for one another. Our partners post all their successes in there when they're doing community events, as well as twice a month. And we had one this morning. It's our partner power hour. And that's where we all get on Zoom. We do it the first and third Monday of every month. And it's all about helping each other go and grow and succeed. And all those replays are also put into the private Facebook group. Okay, let's see. All right. So I think, Bill, this is where we talk about what this investment to grow your business is. And as you'll see on this slide, the annual subscription is $2,990, which provides for everything that we just mentioned, the unlimited deployments, total pricing freedom, et cetera. Do you want to expand on that, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely. So the annual subscription is $2,990. You get 2 months free basically when you sign up for that subscription. And then in addition to that, for annual subscribers, we have some bonuses for you as well. So first, you get that white label branded portal that Jon showed you a few examples of, where it's branded directly to you. Every time a family logs into their portal, they're going to see your branding. That's all yours. So it keeps you top of mind forever. Now, usually the My Life and Wishes team charges $1,500 to set this up, but as an annual subscriber, that's going to be completely waived for you. Plus, you get 3 lifeline calls for Jon for support. So if you need help brainstorming a way to approach a particular customer, or maybe you need an extra set of eyes on some marketing material, or bouncing off an idea of some advertising concept you have, or just wondering exactly how to get started and have a conversation, Jon's there to support. You'll have his cell phone number. That's what's super cool. You can text him, set up a call, and he'll have a conversation with you. And of course, that's got lots of value in it as well. Plus, we're going to give you 5 copies of Click Here When I Die. Now, that's a best-selling book that Jon wrote, but how you use it is as gifts and a conversation starter. It'll blow your mind. First of all, the humor and the content of the book is spot on. Jon's personality clearly comes through, but it makes you want to say, how do we solve this problem? And the Legacy Vault solves that problem. And then this is super cool too. You're going to get an extra month free, which means you would not be rebilled until February of 2027. So you get a little extra 30 days headroom to get in the rhythm and really ramp up your business and get a full 12-month experience after out of this. Then also, and this is pretty big too, we give you full access to the VIP level in my high performance notaries on the school platform. Now that's loaded with tons of resources to support any notary endeavor that you have, including the Legacy Vault program. We have daily dues that are specific to the Legacy Vault program. We have the structure and the support that you need to build and integrate this into your business. The other cool thing is that Jon and his team can have you up and onboarded, ready to start earning revenue by January 14th. By not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, you could have all of this set up and ready to go. So all you have to do is click notarycoach.com/partner or click that link that we provided in the chat for you. Jon, what's the breakdown on this for ROI?
Yeah, I mean, it's really simple. Here's the simple math. At $29.90, only 6 vaults you have return on investment. Does everyone here know at least 6 people? I mean, you probably talk to 6 people a week, or 16, or 26. Yeah. If you provide just 1 vault per month, you'll 2x your investment. And if you provide 1 a week, you'll have a return of over 8 times your investment. And here's the interesting part of that too, if you subscribe annually. Think about it with the bonuses. So $29.90, but you're going to save, which I'll talk about in a minute, $600 by not subscribing as a monthly partner. So you save $600 right off the bat. Then you're going to set up your own vault, and you'll have that for the rest of your life. That's $495 value. Plus, you get full VIP access to the HPN, High Performance Notary. That's $590. And we're going to add a free month on the front end. So versus if you're a monthly, that's another savings of $300. So if you deduct those from the $29.90, your investment's $1,000, $1,005. 2 vaults. All you have to do is sell 2 vaults in a year, and you've got a return on your investment. But again, as you know, we just went through a lot of our partners. Lisa's already sold 19 in 4 months. So now we do a monthly option. The best value is the annual subscription, but maybe you decide the annual commitment doesn't fit your vision right now. We do still offer a monthly option. So the investment for monthly is $299 a month. But we do ask strongly for a 12-month commitment. Because here's the thing, we incur a lot of upfront expenses to custom brand a platform, all the marketing materials to get you onboarded. And so monthly is fine, but we do wish that you stay with us for at least a year so that we can recover and help you to grow and expand. Now, we can get you the monthly subscription, and we'll still include a few of the bonuses, but we can't include all. So if monthly is more your style, what we'll get for you is you'll still have the white labeled branded portal. That's $1,500 value. And as always, I'll still include the lifeline support calls with me, mentoring. I mean, I love teaching and helping. But we're unable to provide, HPN and all the other things that come along with the annual. But here's a simple math if you want to go monthly. At $299 a month, sell 1 vault a month at $495. You're making money right from day one.
That's exactly right. And here's the thing too, like you're not just buying into a program and then being left out. There's so much support here. So we give you this first vault sale guarantee. So if you complete all the fast start actions, and we have literally just a step-by-step, here's what you do to make your first sale. But if you don't get a single sale in the first 14 days, Jon and I will personally work with you until you do. We're that confident. If you just follow the steps and you talk about the legacy vault, people are going to want it. That's just how this works. It's so, I never like to use the word easy, but it's simple. All you have to do is talk about it. And we give you all the tools to talk about it in a really natural and authentic way. So here's the thing. At this point, you have two choices. Option one, you can do absolutely nothing. You can keep things just the way they are, nice and comfortable, stay on the appointment treadmill, and make this thing work the best that you can. But your second option, if you really want 2026 to be your best year yet, you can become a notary partner today. No one else in the world has access to this. So you can access the only system available to notaries that not only feels good being part of this mission to help protect 1 million families, but it also increases your revenue per client over the lifetime, per appointment, and gets you more customers. So if this is a today decision for you, not a someday decision, I want you to use the link in the chat and become a partner right now. And if you're grabbing a spot today, if you're a visionary notary that sees this, gets this, wants this, and you're committed to making 2026 your best year yet, type I'm in the chat and let us welcome you right now on the call to the partner program. Join there's already over 100 notary partners in this program. Hey, Danelle, awesome. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining. You see that, Jon?
I see that. Welcome, Danelle. That'll be awesome.
Guys, you're not alone in this. We're not asking you to be one of the first anymore. That day is over last year. The Deans, the Carols, the Lisas. Joanna, awesome. Welcome.
Joanna just signed up. Thank you. I'm excited to work with you and get you started and help you make 2026 your best year so far.
Guys, this is happening. It's happening right now. And we want to welcome you here. So here's the other thing I just want to point out. We're going to take questions, so keep them coming. And I'm going to give you the PDF copy of Jon's books. I'll slip it in during the Q&A because we always have so many great questions. But I also just want to point out on this form that I'm going to show you that you can see all the other inclusions that are included with the VIP. So when you go annual, you get high performance notary on school. And with that includes so much value. It's literally a business in a box for you. So you start out with the legacy vault that nobody else has access to except our notary partners. But if you're looking to grow and expand throughout the years, because we're playing a long game here, I got you covered. We have the apostees, we have reverse mortgages, we have Google Business Profile, we have everything you need to build your business inside of High Performance Notary. So I'm just going to leave this. This will be part of the document that I share with you as well. So you will have that. So let's now move. I'm going to paste the link to this document for you. So if you've been sitting back and just paying attention and not taking notes, I got you covered. The link to that Google document and the instructions on how to make a copy of it are right there for you. And let's open it up for questions.
Welcome. And also, hey, Bill, I think this would be a good time. Punch in a PDF version of Click Here When I Die.
Absolutely. We can do that right now.
Awesome.
What questions do you guys have? Oh, have the annual fees increased over the years? Danelle says.
You know what? They have.
Yes.
But you know who they don't increase for? They never increase for partners. Once you join us, your subscription fee, your annual fee will be locked in perpetuity. Even as we make changes to the platform, we may next year or 6 months from now in our offering, we may have a higher price point. The price point today is higher than it was in April of 2024 because we have to increase our costs at some point because of all the users in the platform and storage, right? So we never increase for existing partners. So if you come in at the $29.90, you are locked in at $29.90 as long as you remain our partner. Great question. I had someone
Christy,
else private messaged me also and said if I were to go monthly, but then decide, you know what, I think I want to switch to the annual, can I do that? And the answer is absolutely. We can do that.
excellent. Christy asked, will you always offer the monthly fee? I need to wait about a month or so before signing up. So I can't make any promises. What I will tell you is that we're not planning on taking that away just yet.
Right.
But things change all the time, so I don't want to promise and say, "Oh yeah, we'll have that forever," right? This was an experiment for us that we just started. What was that, John? Like June or July, August?
Yeah, July. So we had been um, a year and 4 months where we only offered annual. Um, and again, the reason we do that is because we have so much that we have to do on the front end with building the sites. I mean, it's a $1,500 proposition for us to custom brand the site, which is why we want to keep our partners coming back for year after year. Um, but we decided in July to try monthly and see how it worked. And we've got a good number of monthly subscribers, but like with anything, it's been a learning process for us and a curve that we have to work with. And so while we expect we'll continue to offer a monthly option, there's no guarantees on that, but there'll always be an annual option available. And Joanna has another great question. She says, "Can you also, advertise this, promote it, talk to, estate planning attorneys or other attorneys, or is it just for individuals?" Absolutely. Estate planning attorneys is a great path, especially those smaller firms that want to differentiate themselves. It gives you a great opportunity to share with them a solution that you have and work with them to be able to make it available for uh, their clients.
I would say
Great.
it's been refreshing how open they've been to that too, right, John? Like we have some partners doing some really cool stuff to bring that extra value to their clients. So what that does is that makes the notary very valuable to that attorney. So they get all the signings because they have the legacy vault to offer, whether it's paid or some of them offer it complimentary in exchange for getting the signing. So there's all different kinds of ways that you can offer that. And then
Absolutely.
I had a private message too, just about, if you become a partner, how much do you have to pay to get your own vault? And I think this is one of the big perks that we just kind of skip over a little bit, guys. But so John calls it unlimited deployments. So you get unlimited vaults when you're a partner. That means that you get a vault. That means you can give away as many vaults as you want. You never have to sell a vault in your life if you like giving it away as a gift or you use it as a value add. So this is part of the value prop for you, right? You make the investment, you're getting a lifetime vault for yourself. You can give them away for family and you can sell them. So yes, you get as many vaults as you want when you become a partner. And I love this
Yeah.
question
And
too. Do you see that question from Joanna?
yeah, let me jump on that. Let me just piggyback on, what you're saying is, yeah, you get your vault. And when you subscribe with us, you can sell them at whatever price point you want. You can give them away. And what I always tell our partners, especially when they first come on, it's like, think about who you know that if you gave them a vault free, just, I'm going to give this to you because, whatever, they would truly appreciate it. But not only would they appreciate it, they would tell other people about it. And that's where you get some referrals. So you think about those people who maybe been through an experience, or maybe someone who is well connected to a lot of people. If you gave them a vault and they saw the value in it, they're going to send their network of people to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joanna says, are we able to offer monthly payments for our clients or just the one-time payment? Pretty much all of our partners offer a annual or a lifetime subscription to their clients. So here's the thing about that. So lifetime, you advertise at $4.95, you can sell it for whatever you want. If someone came direct to us, they're going to pay $129. So what I tell people is, if you're going to offer an annual option to people, price it at something less than $129. So maybe it's 119, maybe it's 109, maybe it's 99, 75, whatever the number is. The thing is, the only thing you need to make this work is you need to have a payment processor, which I'm sure you all do, either Stripe or Square or PayPal or something like that. So if you sell a one-time only subscription, boom, they pay you. If you sell them an annual subscription, it'll automatically renew each and every year through your payment processor. I am personally not a fan of monthly. We've been in business for 10 years. I believe at the moment there are 7 monthly subscribers on our platform. Everyone else is annual. What I personally don't like about monthly is it's every month, somebody isn't renewing, and then I have the obligation of trying to track them down. Their credit card didn't go through, and my payment processor attempted 3 times, and now it's unsubscribed, and yeah. So, but I think having an annual option and a lifetime makes sense. So you could say, we have an annual option, it's $109 a year, but the best value is the $495. And the beauty of that is, if you're going to live for 5 years, you're getting a really good deal. And each year,
Really good deal. Yeah.
each year that goes by after that, the deal just keeps getting better and better and better as we go on. And we do have, some of you may know Dean Easton Williams. He's on the call. He always jumps on because he likes to harass me. But Dean's awesome. And I've had many people come to me and say, my website needs updating, or I don't have, a really very good website right now. Do you have any resource for us? And the answer is yes, Dean. Dean, in his wheelhouse of knowledge, he used to be in the web development business and still loves to design and create websites. Out of our 105 notary partners that we have in the country right now, he has built 26 of their websites for them. And I won't quote any prices on what he charges, but trust me when I say it is a minute fraction of what any agency would charge.
Yeah, so true. And it's good quality work. Great reviews too. Danelle asks, can a couple use the same vault?
Oh, what a great question. The answer is yes. So one of the things that makes us so different than any other competitor that's out there, and there aren't very many, but in our vault, there's the ability, you have yourself as a user, but you can add what is called a co-owner. And that would be your significant other, life partner, and you add them as a co-owner. And what happens is then inside every section of the vault, there are 3 tabs. There's one for the owner, one for the co-owner. So in Michelle and my vault, there's a tab that says John. There's a tab that says Michelle. And then there's a tab that says shared. And so I can put my things in my tab. Michelle puts her things in her tab, and under the shared tab, that's where we have all the things that are shared, such as shared bank account, or maybe we see the same dentist. That would be under shared, but I don't see the same physician she does, so we'd have those in our own tabs, and so it neatly organizes everything.
Yeah, great question. And BK says, do you recommend that we advertise this on our notary website?
That's a great question. Instead of me answering that, hey Dean, if you are in a place that you can talk, I don't know if you're driving to an appointment or whatever, what would you say about advertising on a website?
I would say it's the absolute best way for you to do that. Now, granted, anything that's word of mouth is going to flow, but people are going to want to look at and do a test drive and all that stuff. And so, using your website to actually market this is absolutely totally one of the ways to do it. My business card, one side is my actual notary specific business, and the backside, John, as you know, is Legacy Vault with a QR code that goes directly to my website so they can look at it and they can buy it directly from my website.
Awesome. And I'm just going to bring this up again, too, if that's okay, Dean and John, because it happens to be your website, Dean. But this is just a screenshot of Dean's website and his landing page for this, just a quick one. It also shows, doesn't show the whole thing, but it shows where they log in. So this is where they go, they log in, they get some information about this, and then Dean talks about this one-on-one. And he also, like he said, on his business card, and it's there on his website too.
And a lot of our partners will also, on the marketing materials that we create, such as we have a bifold or a trifold brochure that you can use. We customize it for you. Referral cards, those kind of things. Many of our partners will go ahead and put a QR code on those, which takes them right to your website. And we have videos that you can have included on your site. The one that every partner has is what we call our Tammy video. It's 2 minutes long, and it talks about Tammy, who recently lost her mother and trying to find bank accounts and advisors and insurance and da 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 da. So in 2 minutes, it just boom tells the whole story of why it's important. And so what many of the partners will do is they'll just simply put the QR code on there and say, scan this, watch the Tammy video.
Yeah. And you just reminded me too, John, we just built these leave behinds too.
Oh, the leave
So
behinds are great that you guys created.
yeah, so these are just leave behind postcards that you can use. We designed them so you can use them as receipts for services rendered that also talk about some of your other services. But they're totally customizable. You do this in Canva. These are free. These are in the high performance notary community. But you can see, like, there's ways you just give you an idea of what you can do with these, but you can talk about the legacy vault right here. So as you're leaving a trust appointment, you can just say, all right, here's your receipt for services, or I'm just going to leave this with you in case you need to get a hold of me. And by the way, like, circle this and just say, this is something that you might consider for storage of your estate planning documents, or however you might want to word it. But all of these tools are available to you as partners. Any other questions? These are great, great questions. Going once, twice. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your afternoon with both John and I as you grow yourself and your business in this first week of 2026. We're looking forward to being part of the journey with you. John, any closing words for our visionary notary entrepreneurs?
You know, this is the time. This is the time to make a difference. It's the beginning of the year. We're here to help. If this is something that's going to fit in your practice, if you think that this is valuable that people have, we can have you mentored and coached up and ready to go with this. If you're not ready right now, understandable. I just put my email in the chat. If you have additional questions, please feel free to grab my email, shoot me a quick email, tell me that you're on our call today because I get a lot of emails, and I will get back to you. But I wish you all an amazing year, whether it includes the Legacy Vault or not, but I hope it does.
Awesome. Cheers to your prosperity, guys. Have a great week. Bye-bye now.